Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm happy to hang out with you today. Grateful for you sharing the podcast, for posting me in your social networks. I appreciate that more than you know. We're still trying to grow our channel. Share the post, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies, share it with those people that you think this information may be impactful for. Well, I'm here excited today with Wisdom on Wednesday, and I'm Ray, your host, excited for another opportunity to share with you. I want to make certain that I wish my wife a happy 26th wedding anniversary. Yeah, we've been married for 26 years. I'm super excited. Today's the day. God's been good. God's been faithful. God's been gracious to us. But you didn't come to hear all that, but I had to make sure I shout out my best friend. So I spent some time with God. God spent some time with me. He beat me over the head like usual. So this is what I got for us today. Wise friends, be sure you take the time and blow out your own candles. Wise friends, be sure to take time to blow out your own candles. Like you always hear these stories about my mother, with this being the week of Mother's Day, celebrating our mothers, those who made a tremendous impact on our lives for the betterment. Some of us have had situations where we grew up with our mothers. So I had a young mother. We learned together. We cried together. Well, I did the majority of the crying, but we grew up together. And a very impactful story that I'll never ever forget. My cousin and I, CJ, we grew up very close. And his birthday is in March. My birthday is in November. So the way our mother set it up, well, we celebrate each other's birthdays like it was ours. So whenever it was time for him to have the birthday song sang to him, our parents had this strategy to either put him far away from me on my birthday or him far away from me on my birthday. You see, because we were super competitive. And whoever cake it was, whoever candles were there, one of us tried to blow the candles out before the other got a chance to blow their own candles out. Please don't judge me. Pray for me. But the key is that her parents had already figured this out. So my mother knew to put me on the other side of the table. His mother knew to put him on the other side of the table when it was time for birthday. It was cool during the song, but they could watch our energy. They could watch our movement. Eyes getting big, pupils getting dilated, trying our best to blow those candles out. And I remember significantly this one birthday that my mother gave me not just the back of her hand, but she gave me a speech. And when she took me in the room, she said some words to me that changed my life forever. She said, "Now, we've played with you all. We let you guys tease back and forth with blowing each other's candles out. But I want you to understand something, and one day you'll share this with your children." She said this to me. She said, "You know the reason why people blow their candles out? They blow their candles out because they're the ones who had to live that previous year. And this is a celebration of them being able to move into another year. You see, if you blow someone else's candles out, you're basically devaluing what they went through the previous year." And I looked at my mother and I said, "I'm too young to understand what you just said. But basically what you're trying to explain to me is if I try to take someone else's shine, I don't allow them to be celebrated." And what it did was it changed my perspective. It changed to help me understand that even when I want to be celebrated, I can't negate the fact that other people need to be celebrated sometimes. You see, if we don't give credence, if we don't give celebration, if we don't give respect or homage to people when their respect or homage is due, that means when it's time for us to be celebrated, people won't invest in us because we haven't shown ourselves worthy of being invested in. So I'm grateful for that lesson, but that lesson continues to transfold. It continues to manifold blessing and continue to unfold throughout the years of my life, that I've learned that let a thank you be thank you. Don't just let it be a word, but let it be something sincere that resonates with somebody so they can understand with eye contact that I really appreciate what you've done. Using the words, "I love you." Not just a cursory word or something to say or something that should be said in a particular placement as a soliloquy as we say goodbye, "I love you." But many times when we say those empty words, people are looking for details to fill in the blanks. And we have to be careful saying words that don't mean anything. And when people are looking for the meaning of that word, we don't have the goods to give. So when we say things, when we see people being celebrated, it's okay to not have the words, but to give a hearty handshake and a warm hug. It's okay to see other people celebrated and to also participate in their celebration. It's okay that you recognize that I want to celebrate blowing out my own candles. I'm not upset because I'm older. I'm grateful. I'm glad about it. I get a chance to blow some candles out, and it's okay for me to be celebrated because people don't mind because you pour into other people. My wife taught me a valuable lesson because the lesson my mother gave me was accompanied with trauma when my mother was no longer here. So after my mother left this place, it was difficult for me to celebrate or even be celebrated. See the connection there? So being married to a beautiful woman who helped me understand that you pour so much into so many people. You do a lot for so many people. It's okay for you to be celebrated sometimes. And it was difficult for me because I always wanted to make certain I was available for other people. But she taught me a valuable lesson. That if you never let anybody blow any air into your balloon, you won't have enough breath to help everybody else. Changed my life. So what am I talking about? So I get an opportunity now to where when people want to celebrate me, I take a deep breath and I say thank you. Because the alternative could be differently. I couldn't be here, or my relationships could be poor. I could have a terrible name, a bad reputation. But God has graced me that I don't have a terrible reputation. I do have a good name. And it's okay for people to celebrate you. That means that God gave you something to impact people's lives. That means that God gave you something to hold your word and make your word your bond. God gave you a character that people want to be like you. People care what you have to say. It's okay to blow your own candles out. Because if you don't blow your own candles out, people will stop making cakes. If you don't take time to blow your own candles out, people will think that you're living a lie, that you're not really in that relationship, that you're not really in it for both of you to get out of that relationship. So sometimes we've got to stop and not only think of ourselves, but think of the people around us. Blow your candles out. Celebrate those last 365 days of last year. Look forward to the 365 days to come because tomorrow's not promised. Blow your candles out. If your job wants to say thank you for being there for a couple of years, blow your candles out. You get up early, you work hard, you keep your word, you do what you're supposed to do. Blow your candles out. Because also, parents, when we blow our candles out and we allow people to celebrate us, what happens is we're teaching our children that it's okay to be celebrated. We're teaching our children that everybody has to have their day. Everybody is afforded an opportunity to be celebrated. But you also have to give those people that same opportunity to bless you, to encourage you, to say thank you. Take time and blow your candles out. Look upon every candle, regardless of how many there are. We just had a young man celebrate 85 years in the church, and we're so grateful that he didn't want any assistance walking up on the stage as we presented something to him. He wanted to show the world that he's been here for 85 years, he's not needing anybody's help, and he's not about to start taking people's help just because he's a little bit older. Blow your candles out. Show your appreciation for every day. Show your appreciation for having the strength to be able to blow those candles out. Because when you blow those candles out, you're allowing your mind to understand that I am not going to be bound by what that doctor said. I am not going to be afraid of those things those people said. I'm celebrating another milestone, celebrating another institutional victory, celebrating something that somebody prayed on my demise. Some people don't know that many of us were told you'll never make it past 25. People looked upon my wife and I when we got married only after knowing each other for 9 months. People thought she was pregnant. People had never seen it done before. So they just figured we were just two kids in love. We were, but they didn't think there was any stability in our situation. But God did it. God allowed us to stay together. God allowed us to cry together. God allowed us to talk to each other. God allowed us to mourn together. God allowed us to celebrate together. Through it all, we're together. We're going to blow out our candles together tomorrow. We're going to celebrate. We're going to thank God for every day, for every good day, for every hard day, for every day of misunderstanding, for every day of reconciliation, because God gave us the person that we needed. He allowed us to celebrate together because of something He put together. Blow out your candles. Make certain you take time to appreciate what you have. Take time to celebrate. Take time to do those things that you normally don't have time to do. Make time to celebrate your person. Take time to let people celebrate you. Because when you blow those candles out, you're letting the Lord know that I'm grateful for what you have done. And I'm looking forward to what you're about to do. Never ever feel like you're too busy to be celebrated. Never ever feel like you have to take that childhood trauma into your adulthood. Just because people didn't celebrate you when you were a child doesn't mean that you can't be celebrated as an adult. If you don't have anything to be celebratory for, can I give you a few? I want you to celebrate being cancer-free. I want you to celebrate waking up this morning. I want you to celebrate no longer being addicted to alcohol. I want you to celebrate coming out of that relationship that you thought you were stuck in. I want you to celebrate giving your life to Jesus Christ. Take time and blow out the candles, and you'll appreciate every single day because it's not promised to any of us. So when you have time to celebrate an accomplishment, when you have time to recognize something God did for you, take time, blow the candles out, and look forward to what the Lord has for you on the next day to come. I pray that this word was encouraging for you. I pray it was something that you can chew on, that you can share with somebody that you love. Continue to trust what God has for you. Just because you're not having fun in this season doesn't mean that God's not there with you. Remember that God loves you more than you can possibly imagine. This is Ray with Wisdom on Wednesday. Have yourself a blessed day and a wonderful week. Bye-bye.